Hello my friends, LaRuffa here with another Straight Up Solo, and in this episode we're going to look at my top 10 list of Kickstarters that I expect, expect is an underlining word, to show up in 2024. So this is an interesting list in the fact that most of these games I kickstarted have them at least before 2023, so it has been a long time on a lot of these things. But I figured if I look ahead to 2024, what am I most excited about? Well, it's this list because these are the ones that I've already, in a lot of ways, like purchased in my own mind, right? So let's go ahead and take a look and get started. So my number 10, okay? My number 10 is an expansion for Stroganoff called Turrican. And I really enjoyed Stroganoff as a solo game. I thought it had some unique mechanics. It was a unique theme. And so the expansion was kind of a no-brainer in my mind to throw in there. And I'm very excited to give it a try. And hopefully it will fulfill in the coming months. We'll see. All right. Then we have my number 9. My number 9 is an expansion for Hamlet. This is going to be Hamlet by the Lake. I was one of the few people, it seemed like Hamlet kind of got mixed reviews from a solo standpoint, but I enjoyed it. I liked the pick up and deliver. I liked the kind of economy that was going on there. And so the By the Lake expansion was also kind of a shoe-in for me to enjoy, I hope, and kind of put together with the game and get a little bit more out of it. So I'm very much looking forward to giving that a try. Okay, my number 8 is a big unknown because it was probably the most risky, biggest gamble of a Kickstarter that I did because it was hard to know exactly what was going on with this game. But because of its because of the enjoyment I've gotten out of different games by them, I decided to take a risk with that, and that is Spiritfire. Now, Spiritfire has a premise of being a very different style of game, and I like that idea. I love novelty in games, and this one is pushing a heavy novelty with regards to the type of system that you're doing, the type of character creation that's happening, and all that kind of gameplay. So it's an unknown, but I'm willing to take a chance on it. And I've also really enjoyed Unsettled, which I did a review on just a little bit ago. So Spiritfire is something I think that I'm going to enjoy, but I don't know. It could fall flat, but I'm going to take a risk on that one. Okay, so that was number 8. Number 7 is another expansion, 2 expansions actually, from a game I really like, and you can actually see it peeking out right over there, and that is the Bullet Universe expansions. So there's 2 more coming out. One is a pets one. The other one, I can't remember the specific name. It's just escaping me, but it's part of the Bullet Universe, and I've got the picture right here that I just showed. And that's the other one that's going to be out. And I really like those games from a solo standpoint. They're very unique. They're lighter, but they're fun, and they're hard puzzles to win, and there's a lot of variety in what you're doing, and it's just a fun exercise for my brain to play. So I really like that. Number 6. Well, number 6 is the one that is definitely the longest. This is the caboose on all of my Kickstarters right now, and that is the Seventh Citadel. The Seventh Citadel, when I backed it, I was really enjoying at the time the Seventh Continent. Okay, so it's been that long. And I've got high hopes for the Seventh Citadel that it will deliver similar kind of exploration and uniqueness and kind of what's around this turn, what's around that turn sort of survival game, but also take it in a more, it seemed like it was going to be a more flushed out level with the way it was going to happen. To be honest, it's been so long since I've researched into that game. I can't remember exactly what's promised, but I am very excited to finally play it, and hopefully it will show up soon. Number 5, and I would say these next couple are kind of all mixed in because I'm not sure exactly which order I would put them in, to be honest. But number 5, I'm going to give to Ezra Nehemiah. And the reason I'm doing that one is because I have really enjoyed some of the recent things that have come out by Mr. Shem Phillips. Shem is really an interesting designer in the fact that his games have some similarities, but yet they're different and they all stand on their own. And the Ezra Nehemiah game seemed like it was going to be really interesting. I really enjoyed, I mean, Scholars of the South Tigris is one of my absolute favorite games ever. I've been playing it, just regularly playing it. So my hope for that one is really strong. I liked Legacy of You somewhat, but I got bored of it after a little while. Didn't end up completing the campaign, even though I played it probably 8 or 9 times. I was just finished with that mechanism. So I'm hoping that Ezra Nehemiah is not like that, but it's more like, you know, some of the other things that he's done, that like Hadrian's Wall, for instance, I really liked, and Wayfarers of the South Tigris, and Paladins of West Kingdom, and there's been a lot of really good ones, Viscounts. So my hope is up for that one. Number 4 is one that I think just looks interesting, and that is really why I bought it, but it's Age of Inventors. I thought the concept looked interesting. I thought the artwork and stuff looked interesting. The mechanics, I hope, will follow. They seem pretty interesting, but I'm hopeful that that one is going to exceed my expectations in a way similar to like Distilled over here did last year. You know, I was hopeful about that because I like the theme, and the gameplay was just outstanding. It was a fantastic game. So my hope for Age of Inventors is the same. Number 3 would be Pompero. So Pompero is a game that is about energy production, and I've always liked the theme of energy production, power plants, those kinds of things. That has just always been something that I've been excited about for years and years. I loved playing Power Grid when I used to play it as a multiplayer with different people. And anytime I can find a theme that's like that, I jump right on it. CO2, I really enjoy playing. So I'm hoping that Pompero fits the bill. It is a good game and integrates that theme well. Number 3 is one that hopefully will be arriving shortly, like very shortly, and that is Bloodstones. So Martin Wallace used to be one of my all-time favorite designers. I really love some of his games. Age of Industry, Brass, A Few Acres of Snow, which I recently parted with because I'm never going to get to the table again since it's a 2-player only game, and a whole host of other ones, right? Steam, or Age of Steam, however you want to look at it. And so this one with these 6 different asymmetric factions, and I'm really hoping that the solo was good. Oh, I really hope so, because I've been excited about that one for a long time, and it's taken a long time to fulfill. So hopefully that will be worth the wait. And finally, my number 1 is Inventions, Evolution of Ideas. And that, first of all, Vitel Lacerda's games are sometimes hit or miss, but I thought the theme looked really, really good, and I absolutely loved Weather Machine. Just loved it. And I don't ever see that game leaving my collection. So my hope is that Inventions, Evolution of Ideas also fits that bill and is a design that brings me as much joy as Weather Machine does when I play that. And I always lose Weather Machine, but I still just love playing it. So much fun. So those are my most anticipated games. They are all, you know, Kickstarter starters or backs, whatever you want to say, pre-orders like that of some sort. But I'm very much looking forward to them in 2024. I'm interested to see what you think. There's so many games out there that people have kickstarted. And, you know, I will say this about Kickstarter. It's hit or miss, right? It's hit or miss. I really try to be prudent these days on what I back, because I'm going to back something and it's going to take a long time to fulfill. If it fulfills, I've really had all of mine fulfilled, but some of them it's just like, oh, geez, this didn't really come out the way I was hoping. But I think it's good for people who have good ideas to try to get those ideas and games off the ground. The problem is there's a lot of bloat, there's a lot of fear of missing out, there's a lot of front the capital and wait forever and ever for a game to show up because it never delivers on time, almost. And that's the real downside, I think, about Kickstarter. And so I'm happy that it exists, but I'd almost really rather it just not be there, and publishers just kind of can hit their timelines and do what they're supposed to do. Either way, I know that's a mixed bag, and a lot of people feel differently about it. But those are the games I'm backing for 2024. And I hope that some of those are on your list and we could talk about them in the year to come. So either way, thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support all year in 2023. Been a great year. I really appreciate everything everybody has done with your comments and your suggestions and your feedback, and it's just been outstanding. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. And regardless, whatever you decide to do in the future, you really know that I hope you have a fantastic time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.